talking about this second wave that may come in the spring and in the fall or in the summer. But in fact, what I think that we're getting is an extended first wave. If you look at the projections on where this was going to go in terms of deaths and illness and the like, going back only 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were forecasting that we would have total deaths of 60 to 70,000. We're obviously through those numbers right now, and it looks like we're plateauing at a higher level than we thought that we would be at. So I agree with the comments that were just made that we need to get this under control, or this won't be just positive stock market sentiment driving things higher.
Mike, Jonathan just used the word plateauing. Is that a fair word to use at the moment? Have we remained in quite a tight range over the last few weeks?
Well, in terms of the S&P 500 for an example, yeah, it looks like plateauing or consolidating or kind of going sideways and digesting this move is fair to say. I also think, though, if you look at how the market is behaving internally, I think it's sort of trying to move towards safety from some of those unknowns, from some of the kind of backsliding on a credit basis. A lot of these industries that seem vulnerable to fits and starts type of economy. So it's the winner take most sectors. It's big tech and biotech that are working very well, and they only seem to get stronger. It's kind of a winner take most economy, even more so now than it was before. So I do think that we are plateauing. We are in this kind of wait and see moment for the overall markets as the NASDAQ gets a little bit overheated. But I don't think right now, the market action is really handicapping, that we're clear of all these issues that Paul Tudor Jones was mentioning there.
Yeah, and Mike, let me just maybe clarify. When I was talking about plateauing, and I think that there is a separate market issue,
yeah,
but I'm talking about plateauing at about 2,000 deaths a day,
yeah,
and as opposed to something which, if you went back only a few weeks ago, the models were saying that by this time in the month of May, that we would be pretty close to 0 additional deaths in the U.S., that this thing was going to in many ways be squeezed down. And, your point that I think is right, that the market is going to have real limited upside from here until we see the conditions are getting a little bit better, whether it's therapeutic or whether it's something else. So it's a real challenge. We all want to get back to work. We want the economy going. But before we've even knocked these numbers down towards 0, it seems as if we're talking about reopening, perhaps with conditions not as advantageous as we had hoped for.